Afternoon, campers. Welcome to my channel. Heidi, hi. I'm really hyper, so I don't know what's going to happen. If you haven't been here before, I'm Kerry. Nice to meet you. This isn't your usual. This is so normal here. Well, normal for me. I'm an intuitive psychic reader. I make my own cards and then I give you a read. It is karmic here. And it's also like whatever happens, happens, to be honest. I kept getting, coming out when I was shuffling, fire sign. So you could be a fire sign or the person that you're dealing with. And I kept getting, ain't it nice? No dramas. Peace. Calmness. So a lot of you, I feel, are having a really peaceful time at the moment. And it's nice and calm. And you're not having any dramas. They might be going on in the background. I'm itching because my angels are here. I've just been talking to my son for the past hour on the phone. So I feel very happy. And yeah, so fire sign. And in it nice. No dramas. And someone is facing reality. And they are. And someone's facing reality because they cannot get to you the way they used to, because they're realising that they are blocked because they were trauma bonding. So you're not having no dramas. It's nice and peaceful and it's calm. It might be more peaceful for them at the minute. I don't know, because I don't know the energy at the moment. So you never know. It's sunny early. Seriously. But it might be more peaceful now because everything's ended and it's all been blocked. And it's all done and dusted, mate. And the universe is now creating space for everybody so we can all live a nice life without dramas and hassle. So universe may be creating space now for you so you can just walk away and just do what you want. Your days of struggling are over. And yeah, struggling days are over for you guys, and they are. You're not struggling anymore. And better days are coming, my loves. And they are, because the universe is there now, helping you out. So you might still be struggling for money, but money's not the key, guys. And it's not. And I know people say, oh, but we need money to eat. Yeah, but God pays you. And food's not that important. It's not. I've had no food, and I tell you what, I probably had more downloads when I didn't eat because I just called it fasting. I think we consume so much. Look at me and my chubby cheeks because I eat more now because I was anorexic. So, I mean, to be honest with you, we do consume too much and we eat too much to fill a hole of when we're missing love or we're missing whatever. We're missing something. So we eat for comfort. We eat to keep warm. Like, we eat because we're bored. And really, we consume too much. Because all you need is a bit of water. And, like, you don't need to eat massive meals and that. And you don't. And I think a lot of us were brought up like that. I know we were. Meat and 2 veg. And everything we had to eat with meat. And then when I got older with my son, he was, like, not really into meat. And he was like, Mum, you don't need to put meat in every meal. And I was like, well, you do. Like, you got meat and 2 veg and you don't. And he taught me quite a lot to do with food and that, my son, because I used to feed my son, try and give him love because he didn't have his dad, and I made him overweight. And every time he wanted something, I was like, yeah, you can have it, go on, have it, yeah, go on, because I love you. And it doesn't do your kids any favours. And yeah, so don't worry too much about food. I know it's silly and people too much about food. One day we might not have any food and you have to learn to live without it unless you're growing your own. So yeah, but you might have braids or dreadlocks, I'm getting here. I think a lot of you are meditating now and you are believing more in like yourselves and like not believing in government and believing in you have to work yourself to death. And you don't, me and my son were just talking about this, like people are getting fed up with working all the time for the government, just work until you die, and people are getting fed up with it, and people are not like working as much. Like my son said, the next generation, they're saying, are they lazy or are they clever? Well, I personally think they're clever because they're not all working themselves to death and they're more free now. And we can say, yeah, they're lazy because we had to work our bottoms off to get what we had, but how stupid were we? What have we got now? Not a lot, because the government had it all. I don't know, a lot of us probably went on drugs and because we couldn't cope, and it's just a circle of just destructiveness, isn't it? So I think the new generation are quite clever. Most of them are doing YouTube and earning their own money, and I think good for them, mate, because something's got to change and something's got to give, and it has. So yeah, I believe you are all I've got two here. We've got meditating. I love this card. Someone thinks you're a bitch now. Because you're praying and you're with the Lord, and now they can't get to you, and you're not struggling with this anymore. You're probably not struggling in general because you know the universe is helping you, and you're creating more nice things, and there's no dramas. And someone now thinks because there's no dramas, it's just you. Oh well, never mind, you'll get over it. Some of you might be treating yourselves. You might be thinking, I'm going to buy that dress, or I might get new stuff for my house, or maybe you just want to buy yourself something and not spend it on bills. Do it. Do it. Maybe you do want to treat yourself. Maybe some of you need to treat yourselves. Maybe you've been a bit stagnant and you felt a bit stuck, and you don't. Maybe you don't. I feel you don't feel stuck being stuck. I think you're enjoying it. Like, maybe you was stagnant before and probably thought if you spent too much time on your own or praying or just being yourself, maybe you did feel stagnant and stuck, and now you don't, and you're probably quite still and you feel lovely. The waters are still. That's why there's no dramas. That's why it's calm. So yeah, but you've avoided drama. I think you avoid drama in general. I think you find drama quite draining, and you've set up like boundaries now with people and yourself. And I feel that it made you a bit unwell before. I think dramas hurt you a lot. Maybe physically as well. I feel a lot of you might have been physically hurt. But you're avoiding dramas. There might be a bit of physicalness going on in the background where this person's very agitated, and they might be getting a bit physical because they might be overstepping their boundaries, and people are a bit sick of it, all the hurt that they've caused, I'm getting. And somebody knows now that being emotional is just making them unwell, and it's making them tired, and it's making them ill. I was going to say eat. Maybe they're not eating, maybe it's making them ill, and they're realising now that they should have avoided dramas, or maybe this was you before. And someone realises that all they did was brainwashed you, and they're getting brainwashed as well now. And I think people are waking up to this world a little bit, that we've all been brainwashed. We've all been lied to. History's a lie. It's just mad. We've all been living in a lie, and we're all realising, I think we're all realising now as a collective that we've all been brainwashed, and we just all want to be free, and we all want to be like a free spirit, and we're all harmless souls, really. We are, but we're quite childlike. I think a lot of us want to get back to like having a childhood, because a lot of us didn't have a childhood, and we just want to be free spirits and God's children, and not childish. We just want to be harmless, and we want to live our lives as a beautiful soul. I'm feeling a bit emotional for some reason. I think a lot of you didn't have a very good childhood, or maybe you're going back into just enjoying your life like you wanted to as a child, and just knowing that the most important thing is loving yourself and just being a free soul and a free spirit. 'Cause that's what I do, and I feel quite emotional on this. Listen, life's short, guys, and it is. Life's short, and it is. And we need to just love each other. You can change a lot, you know, in the world by being loving and praying and meditating, because it makes the energy lift, and it can change a lot, praying and meditating, and it can. I never believed this until my awakening. Like, even just me changing as a person, I've changed my family dynamic now, because I was the problem. I was the problem. I was the one going around screaming and crying and worrying, and never had food, and worried about my kids, and what are we going to do? We're all going to die. When really, if I'd have just pulled myself in and realised that them things weren't important, and I would have been a better mum. I would have been, seriously. And I feel blessed that my son even talks to me these days, and I do, and I'm getting a bit emotional. This might resonate with you, and I'm not going to get upset like that, but sometimes I speak to my son like I have just now. It's hit me on here. And I feel like I'm quite blessed that my son even talks to me, because I made his life a misery. And I did, because I was so selfish. And just looking at this childlike spirit, like I probably took my spirit away from my children. I probably did. And he doesn't do that with my grandchildren, and I'm so grateful for him for being like that. So this might have resonated with you, because I felt a bit emotional. Like, I think a lot of us, we didn't get brought up properly, so we didn't know how to bring our kids up properly. And like, we made mistakes, and boy did I make some. I made big mistakes, and I did. I'm getting really emotional, sorry. Because I feel like so pleased that my son even talks to me. Because it is a privilege to talk to my son. Because the way I was, he didn't deserve what I used to be like. I found life quite hard when I had kids, because I was a mum at like 16, 15, 16, and I never had parents to guide me. I lived in a shambles, seriously. So I just sort of like blagged it. I blagged it, and I did it all wrong. And maybe this might be resonate with you. Like, I think sometimes we've been a bit damaged, and we damage our kids, and we don't mean to. And I think I emotionally damaged my kids a lot, especially my daughter as well. I gave her mental health, but it's all right, because now I've like awakened, and I'm not taking credit for it, but now everything seems to be calming down in my family, and my kids have found their own way in life, and they're doing a better job than what I did, and they are, and I'm so proud of my kids, and I am. Because they know what's important, and it's love and safety and just being there and being a good parent. It's not about all the money and like who's got what and where and why and keeping up with the Joneses. And so yeah, maybe you're just sick of it. Maybe I'm feeling your emotion as well, that we're just sick of all this. And I think we're all been damaged too much in life. And I think we all got thieved of our childhood, and we thieved our kids as well. And it drained us, and we know now to be careful and be kind and be emotionally available, and don't cut everyone off that you can help. Just try and help people, okay? And we need to live in our heart more, we do. And we need to make nice gestures towards people. And I'm goosing all over. I think we just need to all come together a bit more and just be nicer. And we're all a little bit rough around the edges, and I think it's okay to be rough around the edges. You know, I think people made you act out of character a little bit. I do. And I think somebody might not have a lot of finances or food, or somebody might have taken finances off of you where you had no food. Maybe, yeah, you turned all this over to God. You did. Someone made you act out of character, or made it seem like what they said wasn't your character. And maybe they made out that you was a little bit rough, but you're just a little bit rough around the edges. I feel now that someone's exposed for this. Someone's exposed because they took your finances, and it could have got to the point where you had no food, like I said. And it might have made you a bit rough around the edges, where you actually looked a bit rough around the edges, because that's what it felt like. And I think this might have, it might have got you out of character, because someone was talking a lot of really weird stuff about you, and talking just strange. And they were talking so strange, I think it made you act out of character, so people thought that's what your character was. But I'm feeling now that this person needs to have a day off. Maybe needs to back off. Maybe they are relaxing a bit more, who you're dealing with. Or you thought, sod it, I'm going to relax and have a day off. Maybe you don't want to work anymore. But I feel someone was talking crap about you. Maybe about you not working. And it was completely wrong. You were just relaxing and trying to back off from people. Trying to realign yourself. And this person made you look out of character to people through all the talking that they was doing. And I think now it's like, because everything's turned over to God, and this person tried to take all that away from you, and it's all being exposed now, you know. And now this person or people, they're going to lose finances, they're going to lose food. They probably look really rough around the edges, and they're probably making out they're not in their character. They probably don't even know what character they are, because they talk so much of that. And they need to have a day off. Maybe you had to have days off because of these people. Yeah, remain grounded, guys. I think you are at this time. I think it's because you're working more with God and you've had to do a lot of hard work. And I feel that you did more hard work than people thought you did. God doesn't do all the hard work. No, he doesn't. And I think maybe that's what made you grounded, was working with God. Made you more grounded because you turned everything over to God, and you did, and you believed in God and trusted him to take your worries. And giving God your worries gives you peace. Don't underestimate God. Trust me. Don't underestimate God. When you think, oh, I should keep asking or telling him. No, you tell God once, mate. Leave your worries with God, yeah, and he will sort things out. That's why you turn all your worries over to God. Because when you don't worry, you live a childlike, free spirit life, okay? Someone wants to talk to you. Someone wants to talk to you. They have something to tell you. But the only trouble is this person still only cares about lust and sexual matters, and they're on drugs. And they're too much in their sexual energy still. And I think you can see this very clearly. And I think since this person or people or family members been gone, I think you know that since they've been gone, they've been acting like an absolute idiot, coming up with new plans and coming up with ways to destroy you. Maybe how they can get you on drugs or try and get you in this kind of lustful energy. And maybe this person wants to tell you all this, but I feel like you already know. Because you've been working with God and God showed you a lot of things, and so did the universe. I feel like this person, whatever they want to tell you, you already know. I think that you already know about them coming up with plans to destroy you. And I think you already know that they're just an idiot. And then since they've been gone, you suss them right out. And you know about all this. You know about all this because this is all their life is. I'll tell you what, I've got God round you. It says you are important. That's why you're here. And that's from God. And you've got God there. And you got God there and God there. So God's taken all your worries and now he's sorting them all out. And you are an important person. That's why God's kept you grounded. And that's why God knows you did all the hard work. And you did. You did do all the hard work. And it was a lot harder than people make out it was. And I feel some of you are going to go for a new career now or a new job. I think some of you don't even know what you want to do as a job or career. You still don't know. And I think a lot of you don't think the same as you used to. I don't think you do. I don't think you think the same like you used to. And you don't think the same like as other people. Yeah, we don't all think the same. See, nothing's stopping you now because you don't think the same. And you know that this person doesn't deserve you because they only think about that. And I think that's all they still think about. And you don't think the same as this person anymore, people. And you don't. And now you know this person was nothing but an idiot. And you know they were doing this. And I think all they want to do is tell you something so it makes them feel better. And they can offload all their rubbish onto you. Because they just want to stop you. Because they know if they tell you all their troubles and all their things they've done, that it might leave you feeling quite unwell. Well, you don't want to feel quite unwell. This person wants to sway you back to all that rubbish again. It's so boring, isn't it? Sorry, but it is. This energy's so boring. This person wants to sway you, and they know that you can't be swayed because now you're with God. And this person just leaves you really unwell. Maybe this person's now feeling really unwell because they couldn't sway you. And where's it got them? Nowhere. Because they couldn't stop you. That's why they probably got something to tell you. Because all their plans ain't working out now. Because their new plans ain't new plans. They're just the same old plans they've used on everybody. Get a new plan. You need to get yourself a plan book, Karmics, and write some new plans out. Because we don't all think the same as you. Because we got different plans, look. It always confirms what I've said. Look, we got different plans. You got your own plans. All your plans are these, mate. sex, drugs and sausage rolls. Seriously. Seriously, all you've done is give it to the Lord. Give it to the Lord. Oh, I don't want this energy. I'm getting running out of titles. I don't know what to title these anymore. Two's Company. Oh dear. Two's Company. But yeah, I just heard Freeze a crowd, mate. Two's Company. So someone's missing your company. Someone might be realising that 2 people were enough. Help me, angels, on this card, because I'm feeling a few things on this. I'm feeling someone's thinking they had too much company, and I'm also feeling that someone's realising that all they needed was you for 2 people. Just 2's company would have been enough. Yeah. Or you might be thinking 2's company, you and God, because you don't need anything else. Everything's going really well for you at the moment. Yeah, everything's going really well for you. You're like, everything's going great. Everything's happening for you, like, in a really good way. For your greater good, you know? Like, I think even you not having love in your life, it doesn't matter, because you still got a heart, but you just don't really care because you're more powerful now. I think you probably realise that you don't need somebody. It'd be nice to have someone, but not unless you want them, if you know what I mean. Everything's going really good for you now. See, I'm feeling someone's realising that everything's going good for you now, and they would have had that if they'd have kept your company. And that they probably realising now that you being patient and you keeping yourself to yourself and with God has actually made you quite a powerful person, which is now going to bring you in a lot of money. Yeah, someone's found out who you are. Did they not know anyway? Someone's realising that you keeping patient has made you very powerful, and you're the one that's going to end up with money. They're probably missing your company, realising that it would have been good with you. All they had to do was give it to the Lord. All they had to do was give up their lustful ways. But no, that was more important. Really? Was it worth it? Probably not. Because they don't think the same as you, and they had different plans. Find out who you are and do it on purpose, as Dolly Parton says. Someone's found out who you are, and they realise now you've done it on purpose. Probably to show them how it's done, mate. Yeah, because you've put, like, your passion before a job. I think you've been passionate about yourself, passionate about what you believe in, and your passion for whatever, or passion for Christ, whatever you believe in, doesn't have to be. I think their passion is lust, sex, drugs, but that's not real. That's not real. That's an illusion, because you're off your nut. So you're off your nut doing drugs, then obviously sex is going to be better because you're off your head. If you woke up and realised what you was laying with, you'd realise, oh my days, what am I doing with this? But it all looks good when you got beer goggles on and you're high as a kite, doesn't it? And someone's finding out who you are, mate, and that you did it on purpose. They're probably finding out that lust and all that was not really worth it. But these people are still like it because you can't polish a turd. Serious. This has not come out for ages, this card. Oh, I've missed you. Listen, if these people do themselves up right, even have an haircut, put new clothes on, guess what? They're still a turd. You can dress up a bit, but it's still a bit of... Seriously. My granddad used to say, you can't polish a turd, Kel. Oh, where have you been? I've not seen you for ages. See? Because you can't polish a turd. These people are still that. And they can dress it up all they like, but they're still that. Seriously. And you're not. You don't think the same as these people, and you don't. Because you're different now, and the past has gone. And you're more emotional now. I think you're just being careful who you're around, that they don't drain you. You make sure you're not around people that damage you. You don't want to be around people that just cut you off when they realise that, oh, they don't want to be with you anymore, so I just cut you off. This person's jealous of you. They gossip about you a lot. about your change, because they said you were lazy, and people realise now that you're not, and they realise now that they don't deserve you. People can see that you're doing really well and that you are doing well. They can see. You can see that you're doing well and that you will. Doesn't really matter what other people think or say. You might like the birds, like listening to the birds. You could be a Taurus or a Capricorn or Virgo. So we've got the earth signs now. As soon as I said about the birds, I think you might be an earth sign. That might be what you love, looking at the birds. You might see a lot of birds. I know people don't like birds and they say, oh, they're a bit witchcrafty, but hear the birds. Oh, I just heard the birds. I think some of you see a lot of birds. You might see a lot of blackbirds, or I've got blue jays in my head. Might be guardian angels keeping an eye on you, you know, with birds. I know people say they're like spies. I find flies are spies, but earth signs, I think you like the earth. I think you just love anything to do with birds and the sky. And someone wants someone pregnant, or they might want to, like, that might mean keeping you stuck. Because someone thinks you're the same person as before. Maybe when you was with someone, they wanted you to have a kid with them. Maybe they're reminiscing that they want you pregnant. Yeah, someone knows that you're enjoying your life now. And it's important for you now. Your time's really important, and it is. Yeah, we've got it again. Someone's realising who they are. I think someone's realising that they kept you stuck. Maybe they wanted you in like barefoot and pregnant if you're a woman. And they didn't want you to turn over a new leaf. But I think someone wants you to forgive the past for who they are. Because they want to live in the now. I'm getting on that. Because somebody can see who you are now. But the trouble is, it's too late. Because this person had enough time to think like you. And now they're finding out. Because they can see you now. And they realise that you're living your life how you want to now. And it's not so funny now. Oh, I'm going really cold. It's not so funny now for this person. But they knew you as a gift. They probably know now you are a gift. You was a gift. Yeah, because this person's got no passion now, no desire. And they're in a heavy energy. Because they're realising that you were the gift. And you have the gift and you hold the gifts. You was the gift. When you went, the gift went with you. Divvy. Seriously, these people. January might be... That's Aquarius, isn't it? January, number one. You are number one. You are. You are number one. You was the number one gift. The gift that kept on giving, and all they did was take until you lost no bloody passion, had no high energy, and had no desire to do anything. Because all you was doing was setting everyone, like setting yourself on fire to keep everyone else warm. The trouble is, this person's blocked, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to literally burn yourself out, keep you isolated or pregnant, and yeah, that's what they want. They're fine with that. They're quite fine with that. Yeah, while they're keeping other people warm and blocking you. I feel you're just very spiritual at the minute, and I do. Yeah, and you're very fearless. You are. You're very fearless, and you're just blocking people, and they're mad as hell, and they don't like it because they're living in hell. You know, this earth is another level of hell. There's loads of levels to hell, and this is one realm of hell that we live in. Because you wouldn't be living somewhere with these paedophiles, would you? People so mad on sex, all they care about is drugs, all the habits, people worrying about money or working yourself to death. This is hell. This is another level of hell. And we're all born sinners, and I tell you this quite a lot. You need to realise that we're on a level of hell, okay? And this is just another realm of hell. And there's plenty more to go up, or there's plenty more to go down. We're how many steps from heaven, you know? That's why when we awakened, we're now we've gone up steps to heaven. So hopefully for us, this will be our last time in hell. It'll be literally hell or heaven, because we've climbed, okay? These people, they're not just mad as hell, their life is now hell because they chose to go the wrong way. You should have gone the other way, not the way you went. And this person knows. You know why? Because the devil's a liar, and they sold you out because they were told to make your life hell, to sell you out. Guess who got sold out? These idiots. They shouldn't, yeah, because they use sex to control people and use you. They use sex. How nice. That's all they do. This turd just uses sex to control people while they're trying to sway people just with their wand or their vajazzle. And this person's realising, oh well, yeah, and they got to do as they're told now, and they probably haven't got their wand working now, because that'd be something that God will come up with a new plan to make sure that don't work, because you wanted to use your wand so much with everybody, destroying people's lives, wanting to get everyone pregnant with unprotected sex. Yeah, but now probably the Lord will take your wand away, because you thought you were doing so well, karmics, didn't you? Destroying people's lives. But don't worry, angels say you're going to be fine. You're going to be celebrating, collective, and you are. You're going to be so happy. You're probably happy now. This person did betray you, and it did hurt. And it did hurt because you least expected it from this person. This is the one person that you protected, and this is the one person that hurt you the most. And it's quite sad, really, isn't it? It's quite sad. It's all sad, this is. Do you know that? But you can live and learn. Do you know I cried this morning? I did. Not for me. For the world. What a world we live in, eh? I just cried thinking, all the people on this planet that just don't have a clue, that all they got to do is love themselves, yeah? And I sat in bed this morning and I was like, I'm very honest with you, I tell you, because I want you to be yourself. And I sat in bed this morning and I cried and thought, what an idiot. It's making me sad now. What an idiot I was, because I didn't know any better. And do you know how many people now, like even like the karmics, no one revels in you hurting. No, they don't. I used to be karmic, and I know. But I had to have a wake-up call to realise I was hurting other people. And most of all, guess who else I was hurting? Myself. I went through my whole life just hurting myself. And I hurt everyone in the process. Do you know that? And I cried this morning thinking, I spent 50 years of my life hurting. And then I meet someone I just wanted to help and heal, and all he wanted to do was kill me. Quite sad, isn't it? When we actually did wake up and realise that what we was doing was wrong, most of us met our twin flames, tried to wake them up, and then they tried to kill us. There you go. What did I just say? It's all about learning about yourself. My cards never lie. All we needed to do was learn about ourselves and not give up on ourselves. And we've all come this far now. Don't go back. Don't go back, okay? Don't. I feel really emotional at the moment. I do. Because I think all we want to do is just love ourselves, innit? And we just wanted to love other people, and they wanted to destroy us. And now, guess what? They all feel destroyed. So what was the point of it all? What was the point of it all? You've come this far. Don't go back, guys. People that you actually supported, they tried to unalive you. And now they're realising that nothing's impossible. Because you've done it. Nothing is impossible. It's in the word itself. I'm possible. Everyone is. I am possible. I'm possible. And now everyone's got to live their life one day at a time now. And yeah, life is confusing, guys, but don't worry. It worked out before, remember? I think someone might be feeling confused. I think I'm picking up on a bit of karmic energy here. I am. I think I am. Because I don't feel sad today. I've had a nice day. But I just feel like these people are realising that, yeah, you need to learn about yourselves, and you do. and realise that life ain't all about money. It's about God. And it's not about playing the victim. Because guess what? No one cares. I played the victim for years. You know who cared? Nobody. Nobody cared. Oh, boo-hoo, my life. Seriously? Spent your whole life playing the victim. No one cares. They don't care. You just got to take it one day at a time and just realise that it's all about learning about yourself, guys, and it is. And then you can turn over a new leaf. And then you know you get your mind straight, and then your heart follows after that, and it does. But yeah, maybe this might be a blessing for somebody, realising that you was the blessing. Yeah. And that you didn't know what to do, but you just did it anyway. And this person is just that. Because they're that. Someone just wants flesh. They're just that. And they feel very entitled to that. Say no. Say no. Yeah? Because this person, say no to the flesh and yes to the spirit. This person's a devil in disguise. And all they do is say yes to the flesh. They're very easily led, this person. That's why they're realising now they're that. Because all they cared about was that. Well, all you was doing was being confused, not knowing what to do with yourself, trying to work out your life. And maybe these people are realising, yeah, you can't polish that. Because they tried to dim your light, and they did. But don't worry, guys, just keep spending time on yourself, alright? And I know it's a bit confusing sometimes, but just trust yourself, alright? And put thought into things that you do now, okay? And just look at where you are now. And that's from your angels. They're proud of you. Look at where you are now. Gossip will always be around you. It will. But just do all this for you, and I'm tingling all over, guys. Right, I'm going to leave it here because I got a bit emotional. But I do sometimes. It don't matter. I'm not in a bad place. I think when I'm on here, I feel your emotions, or I feel like the karmic's emotions. I'm an empath, and I'm a seer, and I feel a lot. And I know where I messed up in life, and I know some of the karmics will feel a bit gutted, but will they ever change? Who knows? Who knows? I didn't think I'd ever change, but I did, and I still am changing. But I suppose it just shows there is hope. If I can change, anybody can. Seriously. Right, guys, I love you. Have a good day. I'll be back on in a bit. I'm going to go and have a shower, and then I'll do you another read. It's a bit mixed, like a mixture, this one, but there's a lot of mixed feelings today, like with people feeling sorry for themselves, people realising, people not caring, people still being horrible, and it's just a crazy world we're living in at the minute. But I love you, and I do, and have a good day, and I'll see you in a bit. Adios.